In today's video, we are going to talk about most important part of the pregnancy, that is implantation, which is also called as nidation. Now, when I talk about nidation, from fertilization, time period is 7 to 14 days, and from menstrual cycle, it is somewhere around 21st to 28th day. From fertilization 7 to 14 days, and from menstrual cycle 21 to 28 days. A very crucial period that try to understand. If you recollect, there is a structure which is called as blastocyst, which we are seeing here, was formed after cleavage. In blastocyst, the structure which we are seeing outside, black membrane, is nothing but the zona pellucida. If you recollect last lecture, I have told you that this zona pellucida is very crucial to prevent ectopic pregnancy, pregnancy at wrong place. These cells which are there, they are very sticky type. So what happens if they come in contact with the uterine layer? What will happen? They will stick. Possibly they will stick, which can be a wrong place. So that will be called as ectopic pregnancy. So zona pellucida remains intact till the structure reaches the right part of the uterus where it has to implant. Okay. So zona pellucida is inside. Can you see the red cells here? They are nothing but the trophoblast, the feeding cells, and the blue cells which we are saying is nothing but the embryonal mass. In future, that's going to form embryo. The region where the embryonal mass are located, we refer it as animal pole. So this will be referred as animal pole, and the opposite one will be called as vegetal pole. Clear? So this is the blastocyst. Now this structure is almost reach into the uterine cavity, somewhere here. Definitely it is 21st to 28th day of menstrual cycle. That means progesterone level is quite good, and if progesterone level is quite good, endometrium is quite thick. Can you see this endometrial wall? It's very thick here. It is almost ready to receive the developing embryo. Yes or no? So what happens? This structure reaches here. Because of certain lytic chemical, this zona pellucida gradually disappears. If it is getting disappeared, that means the trophoblast cell will come in contact with the embryonal lining. Yes or no? So let's see how it happens. So this is endometrial lining. Here we have cells. I'm just magnifying the layer of the endometrium. Okay. Now, zona pellucida is disappearing because of lytic factor. That process is called as hatching. Hatching is very important for implantation. If hatching do not take place, that is disappearance of zona pellucida do not take place, there will be no implantation, no pregnancy. Now once that happens, zona pellucida is disappeared. So what happens? Suppose this layer is disappeared. The trophoblast cell come in contact with the lining of the endometrium. Now remember, orientation is in such a way that embryonal mass end, that is animal pole cells of the trophoblast, they come in contact with the endometrial cell. So that means during implantation, that embryonal mass will go inside the endometrial layer. So this is the endometrial layer. It's very well developed. Now the trophoblast cells are coming in contact with the lining of endometrium. Can you see that? What happened here? Once they come in contact with this cells, trophoblast cell, what happens? there is some chemical reaction take place which is called decidual reaction. Decidual reaction. Now what happened here? These cells of endometrium, they get stored with a large amount of glycogen and generally they become columnar. So see, the cells are changed, showing some degree of changes. They are getting filled with the glycogen. Now this trophoblast cells which are in contact with the endometrial cell, they produce lactic chemical. Because of this, these cells get dissolved. Trophoblasts absorb the nutrient and they go deep inside it. So if this layer get dissolved, definitely this structure will go down. So what happened? In uterine layer, you will see that the structure had gone partly in. Can you see this? It's going down, and that too towards the embryonal mass end. What happens? These cells of trophoblast, they keep on producing the lactic compound and they keep on penetrating inside the endometrium. So this much region is created, so it will move inside, further penetration, further inside. This process continues till almost entire structure get embedded in the wall of endometrium. And if you recollect, endometrial layer had become thicker. Why? Because it was anticipating that developing embryo will come, it will get implanted, yes or no? So for that implantation, that layer has to be thickened, yes or no? So gradually the process continues, the endometrial cell get digested and the trophoblast cell penetrate inside, gradually they penetrate inside and the process continues. After some time, if we happen to see the layer, so this is the endometrial cells. See, almost entire blastocyst is now inside. Not only that, the trophoblast layer cells also get differentiated into new layer of cell. If you closely observe them, they appear to be multinucleated. So this layer of cells are called as sen, cyto, trophoblast. Sen means fuse, cyto means cytoplasm, cytoplasm means appear to be fused. Simply in language, I can say they appear to be multinucleated. Inner one is referred as, inner layer of the trophoblast is referred as cytotrophoblast. Now, most important thing, I told you, implantation always take place in such a way that embryonal mass cell, they go inside first. Clear? So almost entire structure is inside the endometrium. During this process, large amount of what you can say chemical changes take place, and one of the most important chemical is produced by this trophoblastic cell. That chemical is HCG. What is HCG? We had already talked. Human chorionic gonadotrophin. In topic called chemical coordination, we have discussed this compound. Yes. So this human chorionic gonadotrophin, which is produced by the trophoblast, the moment the process of implantation initiates. So when it was initiating somewhere around 7 days after fertilization, 6 to 7 days after fertilization, so that will be around roughly around 20 to 21st day of menstrual cycle, this compound which is produced goes into the blood. From blood it will move, it will finally reach the corpus luteum, where it will get a chemical signal that lady is pregnant. The corpus luteum has to remain intact. Now remember, during menstrual cycle we have talked about corpus luteum remain active for around 7 days after formation. Yes or no? In that period, if it get the message, chemical message, that lady is pregnant, that it will remain active. If not, it was supposed to get degenerated to form corpus albicans. Now if it forms corpus albicans, the level of progesterone will decrease. Now imagine the implantation has taken place, but SCG is not produced. If SCG is not produced, definitely what will happen? Corpus luteum will degenerate. If corpus luteum degenerate, corpus albicans will be formed, and if corpus albicans is formed, level of progesterone estrogen decreases. The layer of endometrium, come on, this, can you see this layer of endometrium will start peeling off. Yes or no, which is called as beginning of new menstrual cycle. This entire structure will move out. Yes or no, that will be referred as miscarriage. So remember, if during pregnancy endometrium is peeling off, shed off, then definitely the implanted embryo will be also thrown out. That will be referred as miscarriage. So chemical produced during this process, that is SCG, gives message to corpus luteum that it remains intact. It has to remain intact. Clear? So remember, any fluctuation in the level of SCG can be a complication during pregnancy. Clear? Okay. Now once again, what happened during implantation? First step is that zona pellucida disappear. That process we call it as hatching. Now the trophoblast cell towards the embryonal mass. Okay. For you, a small assignment, you have to find out the name of the trophoblast cell towards the embryonal mass. What are these? They had been given us some special name. I just give a hint. Okay. So these cells, what they do? They produce lactic compound, digest the wall of endometrium, go deep inside, again digest, go deep inside. So they keep on penetrating till almost the entire structure reaches this. Trophoblast cell get differentiated into two layers. Outer layer of multinucleated cell is called syncytotrophoblast, while inner layer is called as cytotrophoblast. During this process of implantation, trophoblastic cell produces HCG, human chorionic gonadotrophin, a very important compound, because this compound gives chemical message to corpus luteum. What chemical message? That pregnancy is done. No need to get converted into corpus albicans. Clear? Yes or no? Now remember, we have also learned about the kidneys in gestation topic. Whatever compounds are formed in our body, if it is not a regular compound, kidney, whenever it says, it will eliminate out. HCG is not a regular compound, so when it is produced, definitely kidney tries to eliminate it, not completely but partly it is eliminated. So HCG is also seen in the urine of a lady. Yes or no? So if HCG is seen, that can be detected, and if it is detected, we say that lady is pregnant. Clear? So this compound which is produced during implantation gives a sign of pregnancy when we take urine pregnancy test, that we had already talked about in chemical coordination. Can you Are you clear with the implantation part? It starts around 7 days after fertilization, completes around 14 days. That means entire process, it's not spontaneous process, it's a gradual process. It takes around 7 days. From menstrual cycle, if I count around 21st days to 28 day of menstrual cycle. Clear? Here the reaction which was taking place, the process of digestion, we call it as decidual reaction, and implantation continues. During this process, large number of chemicals assist the process. Once the implantation is done, lady is still not aware that she is pregnant, but chemically the body of the lady is aware that she is pregnant because of the production of HCG. Clear with this? Thank you.